tussle for the leadership in ADMK came to an end following the Supreme Court order in the case challenging the elevation of Edappadi K Palaniswami as the interim general secretary of the party. The ADMK cadres are celebrating the verdict right from the morning, and joining us in conversation, the party spokesperson and also the IT wing secretary of the Northern Zone, uh, Mr. Kovai Sathyan. Sir, welcome, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, how do you see this verdict, sir? Is this an interim relief or a permanent solution? So, how you are viewing it, sir?
This is the penultimate judgment. Supreme Court is the highest authority as far as judiciary is concerned in India. I think this verdict is the penultimate course of action that one can take to. And yes, this has put to an end the infinite rumors, infinite narratives made by the DMK and our rivals and a couple of sections in vernacular media. I think that has come to an end with today's verdict. It is a much needed one, and AIADMK is all set to get its third general secretary in its history. First is our founder Purchi தலைவர் MGR, followed by Purchi தலைவி Amma. Now Edappadiar is all set to become the third interim general secretary of the party.
And sir, the OPS supporters says that they have a suit pending in the civil court, and the tussle for the leadership is not ended. And even today, the OPS supporter Vaidya Linkam was saying that they will be moving to the Supreme Court again, challenging the resolution passed on the General Council meeting on July 11. So, what is your take on this, sir?
As far as rebel OPS and couple of two or three more rebels of the present scenario is concerned, they will be alive only in judiciary. Probably they might go ahead filing a civil suit like how VK Shashila has done, and her civil suit is still pending for 6-7 years. They might have their ambition and aspirations on the judicial process, already having faced the defeat fourth time in the judiciary itself. They will go on appeal trying to stay alive, and their relevance in public life henceforth will only be in judiciary. And by today's verdict, not only OPS and two or three people have also made political orphans. And if they realize, then they will have the corrective course of action considering their age and future in hand. And they are free to explore the other legal options. But the end has come through the Supreme Court.
Answer, but the case in the election commission remains so, and the ECI records still shows that OPS is the coordinator. And how we are going to manage that? Because the Supreme Court in today's verdict also said that it would not, the order would not bind the decision of the election commission. So how are you going to manage this?
See, my sincere request to the couple of people in the media sections is to update themselves with respect to the facts and figures. There is no case pending before Election Commission. And having known that after this judicial verdict, after the verdict from Supreme Court, the rebel camp will go and knock the doors of Election Commission. Having known that scenario, our leader Edappadiar and this legal process headed by C.V. Shanmugam made Election Commission as a party in this case. For us, when we sought an interim relief, it was Election Commission which gave their understanding in writing. If you would remember, this happened on Feb 3rd. So even Election Commission is a party in the entire judicial process, and no one has challenged the symbol, which was clearly stated by Election Commission. We never challenged, nor the rebel challenged the, because we didn't have to challenge because we are the true AIDM case, and majority of the office bearers and party cadres are behind EPS. There is no need for us to challenge. If all somebody were to challenge, it has to be the rebel camp who claims that they are the AIDMK, which they never did so. And whatever allegations and whatever accusations they made against us, they were not able to prove it in the judiciary. During the course of the case also, they said the bylaws and constitution were amended favoring EPS. They couldn't prove the point. So Election Commission clearly said there were earlier instances where the party's decision were challenged on the court. The outcomes were different. Since this case is pending before the court, we will wait for the outcome. And today the judgment copy had come. And in another couple of days, election commission will do the correction, much needed correction, and it is inevitable. They can't give any more reasons or excuses not to listen to what the judgment has come out. Edappadi is the interim general secretary, and moving forward, he will be the head of the party. And general secretary elections will definitely take place in days to come. So he is the numero uno, and he will have the authority to sign the Form A and Form B. Let the rebel go to wherever they want to. Let them go to the civil court. Let them go to election commission. Wherever they want to go, they can go, just to fulfill their aspirations for a couple of more days, just to spin a narrative with the DMK. They might be alive in media and judiciary for another couple of more days. But the end has come for them, and it is evident and clear.
And sir, surprisingly, there has been a wish from the DMK Ally party. I hope you'd also like noted that BCK leader Tirumalavan had praised congratulated the EPS, and also he had praised the leadership quality of the EPS. But he got a piece of advice like not to carry the BJP again, and it would spoil everything. So, what is your take on this?
They have to introspect first where they stand. In the first place, a party like VCK and Tirumalavan has become a complete proxy of DMK, and they have become the slaves of DMK. And it is DMK which is carrying all the allies on its shoulders and milking. But as far as AIADMK is concerned, we have proved our might, being a party who can face Tamil Nadu elections all alone, and we have done so in the past. So the allies are dependent on us. Any political narrative that has to be set in the land of Tamil Nadu is by AIADMK, and we will head it, and Edappadi will head the same. We needn't have to carry anybody. And whoever joins with us, who are with us, who work and sail with us, are the beneficiaries. Unlike DMK and ally, DMK gains by their ally, but the present scenario, the allies' identity are lost in DMK. But as far as AIDMK is concerned, we carry forward the relationship on a win-win situation, and there is nothing called somebody can jump on our shoulders and ride on us. It has never happened. It will never happen. The Erode by-election is a testimony for the same. Edappadi sent a signal saying that we wanted to face the election, and he gave a couple of days time for BJP to decide. Once they took a longer period of time to decide, he went ahead announcing the candidate, like how our Purchithalaiva Amma used to act. She will take time to decide. Once she has made up her mind and taken a decision, come what may, she will not go back. Edappadi has the same traits of Amma. He gave an ultimatum of a couple of days to BJP to come back with its decision. Once they took their own sweet time, he went again, announced the candidate, and we started the work on the ground. So we are not dependent on anybody. AIDMK will call the shots as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned. I think the remark of Mr. Tirumalavan, the first thing is to introspect himself and understand where does his party stand and how does their relevance stand in Tamil Nadu, in the people of Tamil Nadu's mind. And they are the baggage, biggest baggage for them is DMK. And they are the one who is adding benefit to DMK. It's not DMK who is adding benefit to VCK. I think it's high time the allies introspect themselves.
And sir, even TTV Dinagaran also made a comment that this win is a temporary win for the EPS. And even Sashikal also had a comment that there will be a united AIADMK in the coming days. So they both were very eager and always they are on the lines to comment the issues in the AIADMK. Then how you take this?
All the ill-gotten wealth, people who amassed ill-gotten wealth from this party wants to use the party as a shield to protect themselves. I never knew that TTV Dinakaran is a qualified lawyer to make a comment saying that this is temporary. It is a verdict from Supreme Court judges undergoing hours and hours of hearings took place. And I never knew that TTV Dinakaran has become a qualified lawyer or a judge to pass on a comment as such. Let him understand, let him recall history. He said he is a true AIDMK, he is going to take over AIDMK. Whatever promises and tall claims he made, he literally fell flat. Not even one statement came out true as far as his political ambition and political career is concerned. Let him take care of his own wing. I wouldn't even call it as a party. Let him take care of his own wing. that Amma Makkal Muneta Kalam, let him take care of his own wing. We have capable leaders, we have experienced leader to take care of the party, and we know which direction to take place. And our leader Edappadi is capable to take us forward. And we don't need advices or comments from people like TTV or VK Sasikala.
Sir, it's whether it's right or wrong. Once the OPS was your leader, and so after this verdict, what do you assume like will be his political career, sir?
I don't assume. If anybody
What will
recall,
be?
on the June before the day of General Council meeting, I tweeted earlier it was EPS versus OPS, then it became EPS and OPS, and going forward from tomorrow it will be EOPS. EOPS stands for End of Paneerselvam. Somebody who is self-centered and who thinks about only himself and family, and who can put the lives and career ambitions at stake of 1.5 crore people who are the cadres of this party, and a person who claims himself to be the leader goes to the extent of vandalizing the party office, which is considered as a temple by 1.5 crore cadres and people, shows the level of selfishness he has got. uh, and yes, he has no place in the party. And the decision taken by the general council is valid. He is terminated, and he is free to choose his own next course of action. And according to me, he has become a political orphan. That's it. He'll be alive only in judiciary.
Thank you for sharing your views, sir.
Thank
Nandri.
you. Nandri. Thanks.